So nice to see all of you, to feel the energy that you're generating, and in that to come to a place of realizing we are energy beings. And as such, we are awakening to our true nature. It's happening ever so gradually, but it's happening with some at an amazing rate. And I would include you in that group. If you have the opportunity to move away from what is your normal experience in life, and you engage in something that takes you to another level, it can then create within you a little bit of confusion because of what you're used to no longer becomes your frame of reference. And without that frame of reference, there's a tendency to either resist what you're involved in or to open up and to realize, I, as an energy being, I'm safe where I am. Then, if you come back to what you left, it can give you another frame of reference that brings you to a place of appreciating who you are, what you're choosing to live, and the actual dynamic of the effect that it has upon you as well as the rest of life. You see, here's an amazing thing. As an energy being, you come to a place of seeing things from a very different perspective. I was fascinated just yesterday to be reintroduced into the current society in its mode of operation, and to see the trinkets, the toys, the distractions that are a way of existing for many. To then come to a place of seeing there's not a lot of difference, even though it seems to be so stark at times. Because in reality, we all are attempting to come to a place of inner harmony and harmony with our environment. Now, the message that has been presented to you is timeless as far as the message that the Christ presented. It is one that is established upon a foundation of love. Now, this is the foundation upon which all of life is and is moving. But how far have we distanced ourselves from living that except in personal ways or in attachment ways? This is all a part of our awakening process, you see. It isn't a matter of aligning yourself with one sect or one order or following a particular doctrine or allowing yourself to be absorbed and overwhelmed by a particular approach of creed. But rather, if you hear the message and you open yourself to really listen, then you begin to find yourself being drawn into a sacred place within you that is called the Sacred Heart. You see, your heart is whole, it is fine. There's not a thing wrong with your heart at all. It's a matter of really taking the initiative to choose to live through your heart and to allow your head to then function as a supporting unit instead of a directing unit. In this way, then we come to a place of a greater awakening, because we realize part of that awakening has to do with seeing things as they are in their confusion, and then aligning ourselves or righting ourselves to then begin to function as a more whole and complete unit by learning to transfer our attention out of our heads into our hearts. Because it is true that with heart awareness, we come to a much different experience in life entirely. I think I could probably live the rest of my life successfully without a lot of the trinkets that have been inserted in there because they are such distractions. It's astounding to me, as a part of the awakening, to see how many live a life of distraction and consider that this is the only life available to them, and to assume that the technology that is operative right now is already perfected. It has to be cleaned up so much to where the environment is not subject to it anymore, but rather it goes into vibratory rates of energy that actually support the whole of life, instead of being just so separately inserted to cause this confusion that you see often registered in people because they don't feel connected. Now, this is another part of the awakening, you see. This is a part of the timeless message. Because in reality, at a deeper level that our heart fully embraces, we are connected. But if we're not living from our heart, we seldom ever experience that connection because where we are living is so discombobulated. Now, sometimes it is when you hear words such as these, what they do is they disturb you. And if you are operating out of your head, then you're going to tend to want to defend your position and to state in yourself, well, this just sounds like gobbledygook. That's a very clean way of saying what I'm trying to get across to you. You see, yes, thank you. The point of this is to help you to realize you as you are in the process of awakening to your true nature. And in order for this awakening to occur, it is going to require of you to reestablish a genuine relationship to yourself, in yourself, with yourself, so that you no longer feel the separation that would cause you to act as an alienated alien in your own land, in your own sense of self. Now, granted, there's so much that is a part of our past that very few of us even have a slight inclination. But for the past 2,000 years at least, we have been subject to an increasing, overwhelming control and manipulation. Not only now as a kind, with help from others, we are actually now experiencing the capacity to breathe without the interference of others telling us how to do it. Now, you would think something that is done so frequently would be ours and ours alone. Well, this is ours to claim and reclaim. You see, this is a part of one of the ways that it has been presented to us is the renewal or the resurrection. Because you see, out of all of this chaos that is coming upon us and coming rapidly, the opportunity to actually grow from it and to grow from the experience and become stronger beings, we come to a place of letting all of this go that really isn't us, so we can come to a place of encountering our own genuineness. Now, there's an ease with this, and there's a reassurance with it. There is a hope with it, and that's because it is hopeful. Never once have we been without Source guiding, directing, supporting, and encouraging. But what has happened is we have turned a deaf ear to our own internal guidance system by shutting down in our hearts through fear, through regret, through remorse, through anger, through bitterness, through disappointment, through all of those energies that we have allowed and kept within us. Now is the time to see that they are not who we really are. And to, with this attending hope, actually move forward in a compassionate way to embrace ourselves, and likewise to embrace the rest of humanity who is involved in this most dynamic of all struggles. As a matter of fact, it has been called unprecedented, what we are actually engaged in. And that is moving out of a dominant darkness into a place of awakened enlightenment. Now, we all can help each other, and we do, no matter how it is that we choose. But the point is that each one of us is a connected being to Source itself. We're individuated, but we are never, ever separated from. So, this is an encouraging message, and it is one of light. And as you have heard, it is not one of completeness. Because you see, we are the ones who are writing this. We are the ones who are actually engaged in this reconstruction. We're involved in the destruction right now. And if you open your eyes, you begin to witness it happening all around you as well as within you. As a matter of fact, this has been called the Age of Enlightenment, the Age of Aquarius. It's supposed to last basically about 2,000 years. We're only 3 years into it, maybe. Okay? So don't get upset if it's not happening all at once. And don't lose faith in yourself if you're not able to transform by tomorrow. We're fortunate, you see, because we're in the initial stages of this, with the guidance and the encouragement and the recognition of our internal power capacity to actually make a difference in ourselves with ourselves, and then consequently be able to affect this initial surge of enlightenment and awakening that is occurring. I feel fortunate that I'm at the age that I am right now in this particular incarnation, because I won't have to live through a lot of the junk that you younger people are going through. You see, there's always a blessing, no matter which way you go. Because if you're a younger person and you're taking that as a major challenge, then just stop and think about how your children are going to encounter. Think about what it is that you have to impart to them. Because you see, somewhere along in this continuum, you're going to find yourself right back in this again. Now, maybe the next time, you'll have more memory of your last time than you do this time. But however it is that you work, and however it is that it works with you, this awakening is going to bring a lot up and out that we have forgotten, that we have dismissed, that's going to become valuable and important. As well as we're also going to find ourselves moving in such a way that we leave our past be, realizing that it's done all that it needed to do, and that was to bring us to where we are right now. So here we are, beings of light, awakening to our true nature, beings of light that have had others who have come before us as way-showers, who have helped us to see when we have lost our way temporarily. So, take this as a message of encouragement. Take this as a message that helps you to feel there's more to you than up to now you have actually embraced. For this is the message of light that is being given to you personally, right here, right now, for yourself and the rest of us, who are all inseparably connected in this most wonderful web of life that has been made available to us, even with some rain today.
Yes.
Blessed. For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.